Okay, you guys, we back with some more truth to spill. Um, this inheritance scheme that they got going on in regards to me, my identity, them stealing my inheritance. They've been receiving my money. They've been taking my money out of the bank based off of what I've been hearing from the other side. No one has told me about my inheritance. I have not given nobody the power of attorney over me or anything. I don't. The only thing that I know about my inheritance is that somebody left me some property and some money. I don't know who it was. Whoever was supposed to tell me did not tell me, and they are currently under investigation by the U.S. Marshals. I don't know exactly when this is going to be on the news, but it will be on the news, and their whole organized crime ring will be exposed publicly, nationally. Okay. But my job is to just continue to speak up and speak out about what is going on and the things that they are doing to try to gain information about me and my life. So I've been picked up on that they're trying to show that they're paying my bills, and that they're helping me and that they're supporting me some type of way. Which they are not. So they are still, instead of being accountable, although they are being watched and they are under investigation, they are still trying their hardest to get away with what they have done, which is not going to work. Everything that they continue to try to do is only digging their hole deeper for them, because my inheritance is going to be given back to me. It's going to be given to me. I'm going to be getting everything that whoever left for me is coming to me. Okay. So regardless of what y'all do, it's not going to change the decision that is going to be made. Whoever left me, whatever they left me, they are working very hard in the spiritual realm to make sure that what they left for me makes it to in my hands. Okay. So I went to DSS today, Department of Social Services, in Lumberton, North Carolina, Robeson County. I've already, I think, shared some information with y'all about the Robeson County Department of Social Services and some other things that they were trying to do earlier. I think it was last year or earlier this year. But there have been multiple instances across multiple departments at the Robeson County Department of Social Services where they have committed fraud, where they have participated in organized crime, where they have made it seem like they were doing this when they were really doing something else. So today I went in to apply for some help with my light bill, because I need some help with my light bill. And the lady that helped me, she's a new lady. She says she's from Fayetteville. Now, my stomach was going off the whole time that I was sitting there with her. So I knew that something was off. But one of my superpowers is, all right, I know that it's something funky going on, but I'm going to sit here and play dumb. One of my superpowers is playing dumb. Like I don't know what you're doing. But it's just a skill set that I have developed. And I do that so that I can reel them in, to the point where the evidence that I get on them is they can't deny it. Not only that, everything in the Robeson County Department of Social Services with my name attached to it, the federales are looking into it. They're investigating it. Any worker that I have ever worked with, they're not going to miss a beat. When I tell y'all that God has a very special team of spirits on my case, and that he has a very special team of people in the 3D on my case, I mean that, okay? And so I played dumb. And like I ain't know, but the whole time I recorded everything. I recorded every interaction with everybody. And matter of fact, I got to listen to my recording and I got to label it. But I recorded everything. They don't know that I'm recording now. They don't know how I'm recording. But I am recording every encounter, everywhere I fucking go when God says it's time to go. So, I had to prepare myself mentally, and I always have to prepare myself mentally for these encounters with these demons, and with these people, because I have to prepare myself mentally, because I had to put on my let them think that they fooling me face, when you not fooling me. You the fool that think you fooling me. So I did the application. Now mind you, I've done CIP applications multiple times, and with that being said, this information is already in the computer, so I technically don't have to put in my I technically don't have to give you my information, and then they give you a paper application. So you got the paper application, and then they put everything in the computer. They update everything in the computer. And so the rice ain't done. Hold on. You just want some of the mushroom and peppers?
Yeah.
So mind you, there is no need for you to ask me about anything other than, has anything changed since the last time you were here? Okay? Really, if you want to be truthful, because everything is in their systems from the last time. From the last time I did an application. Hold it with two hands so you don't spill it. From the last time I did an application with them. So everything's already in the system. Alright. But this lady, and I noticed it, but I was just sitting there watching her do it. Although I have an application where I printed this information, although you have this computer in front of you where this information is, Jasmine Ellis, with my information already in it from my last application, she is literally writing down all my information on a notebook, in her personal notebook, and trying to make me feel like that's what she's supposed to be doing. Now, I'm not dumb, but I do play dumb very well. I play dumb so well, I be thinking I'm dumb. I be thinking that, damn, I do this shit so well. I could fool me too. I be fooling myself like, damn, I do this real good. Because these motherfuckers really be thinking that they getting one up on me. When the whole time my body is already done alarm me and let me know, hey, something is off. So I'm paying attention to everything that you're doing. She wrote down my name. She wrote down my address. She wrote down my social security number. She wrote down my account number. All right. She wrote down, she was asking me about how much my rent was. Like, she was fishing for information, but she was trying to make it seem like it was a part of the application process. So she asked me how much my rent was. I told her. Then she was like, housing. And I was like, no, Section 8. All right. And then she was, after we finished with the application, she went on and was asking me questions about people in my household and stuff like that. Then she brought up, now this is another way that they give themselves away, when they bring up the people who have something to do with organizing crime against me, like Daphne Brown and Davin Brown. All right. So she was like, who is Davin Brown? She was like, he's listed as your son. I was like, he never lived with me. Whole time I'm recording this conversation. All right. And she was like, well, maybe he lived with you in the past before. I'm like, nah, he never lived with me. Like, cause he never lived with me. And then she was like, Daphne Brown. She was like, I was like, that's my brother. First I was like, that's my brother. And then when she said Daphne Brown, I was like, nah. I was like, really? That ain't my real mama or my real brother, actually. But she was saying that somebody had put him in there as my son, and that he was in the compass system as a person in my household, which he's never lived with me. All right. And so, I was trying to figure out what was going on there, and how everything was going on there. And I was saying some stuff, like every time I go, there's something else in the system that somebody done went in here and actually keyed in, because you have to go key it in, because I know I didn't put that on no application, and I didn't say nothing about that at none of my interactions with none of y'all, and I have everything recorded. And so she's writing down all my information on her little handy dandy notebook while I'm sitting there watch her write my information down where she does not have to write my information down on her own personal notebook. She can use the information that's on her screen or on my application. If she don't have some, she can go open up another application and go get that information. All my information is in the system. So then after we finished with the application, she started asking more about my bills. And then she was trying to make it seem like, oh, when you do this, I'm gonna have to go in here and put in the bills. I'm like, lady, I done did this application like 25 times. You don't need all that. This application has been completed. They don't ask you nothing about none of that. They don't ask you nothing about how much your bills is, who your bill company with, none of that. They don't ask you about how much your bills is. So that let me know that whoever hired her has hired her to get information about my bills at home so that they can fabricate something trying to say that they pay my bills when y'all don't. I have all the actual bills, okay? And regardless of what y'all try to do, this is not ending the way that y'all intend for it to end, okay? All these inheritance schemes and frauds that y'all been doing for all these decades and centuries, it stops with me. That's why God sent me, so that we could put a stop to it, because he know I have a special set of abilities where I'm not only trained to play dumb, I'm trained to see beyond what a person is trying to make it seem like. I see what your true intentions are. No matter what you try to make it look like, I can see it. Okay? I just have gifts like that. And so she after we finished with the application, and a mistake that I made too while we were there, she was like, do you want to sign it before I print it or after? And I was like, after. And so, you know, knowing that I'm gonna check it either way. And if it's some bullshit on there, I don't know if you heard from the last bitch that try to play me, but she going through, her and her family going through some things, and she just cursed her bloodline too. So everybody that I come across that crosses me the wrong way and thinks that they gonna get over on me, they really is the pit that they trying to dig for me. They really getting ready to fall into themselves, and I know that because I know that I'm walking karma. So everything that you trying to do to me is just only going to automatically backfire, and it's going to be much worse than what you thought. So she gets a call while she's in there, so I know whoever the call was let her know that the payment had been received. All right. They called twice. First call was to let them know that I was in the building. Second call was, all right, I got the information. Payment has went through. It's been done. And so I called everything, but I just act like I didn't. After I signed the application, she was like, she started asking me more about how much my bills was. And she was like, how much is your internet? And I was like, I don't know, it varies. And she was like, give her a roundabout. And so I just threw out a number, which was the wrong number. Actually, I told her $100, but my internet ain't that much. So I purposely told her the wrong amount. And so, then she started, because she was like, car insurance. And I was like, what you need all that information for? And she was like, that's when she was like, oh, I'm gonna share the recording with y'all. She was like, after you do this, then I gotta go in here and put, no, you don't, bitch. I was like, but I just signed the application done. I was like, I'm not giving you all that information. She knew she was caught then she trying to be nice. She went to the printer and printed everything out. Like, bitch, I don't give a fuck about you trying to play nice. Like, bitch, you're not fooling me. You just got served. And my ancestors and God is getting ready to just serve you some more goddamn karma, because you just sat there and wrote down all of my motherfucking information that you do not have to do. There's evidence of it. The conversation is recorded. I should have recorded you writing down the fucking information too. That's what I should have did. But I got the conversation recorded. Okay? And then she stuck the paper, my actual application, she stuck it inside of her notebook. So, I don't know if she's taking a picture of it and sending it to somebody, But Jasmine Ellis at the Robeson County Department of Social Services, she works with CIP. Okay, I know that y'all can recover erased messages. I know that whoever she is sending it to, their lines are possibly already tapped, and possibly, not possibly, the person who called her to do whatever they called her to do, their lines was tapped. So as soon as they made that call to her or sent that telegram or email or whatever, however they communicated with her, she was a suspect. She became a suspect then, because I already know how big this case is, you know, and I know that it's an investigation. I already know that. And so I just got on here to let y'all know that, bitch, I know what y'all doing. Y'all not fooling me. Even when y'all think that y'all fooling me, I'm just reeling y'all in. I'm baiting y'all in so that I have evidence. And then after I bait y'all in, I go and document it so that I can go back and pull it out. Okay? I'm not dumb. I do play dumb so well that I be thinking I'm dumb sometimes. Because I just be sitting there, and while I'm looking at them, I be like, this motherfucker really think she fooling me. Like, I really be saying like that in my head, like, this motherfucker, these niggas and bitches, I be like, this motherfucker really think that they got me. They really think that they fooling me. And I just be waiting for the element of surprise to show you, nigga, I was never fooled. I was documenting the whole time. I was paying attention to all your moves. I paid attention to them calls that came in. I heard everything. And then whoever she was talking to on the phone, she was trying to act like it was her child. But that number was not saved. And it was like area code 646. So y'all can check her call log for today's date, which is 9/4, around, I don't know, 2:30, 3 o'clock, whatever time I was in there. You can see when I was signed in and signed out and see who called her while she was in there. Bitch, it's evidence all over the place. I'm not playing with y'all. I am not the motherfucker you want to fuck with, baby. I see through y'all shit, bro. You can't fool a motherfucker that's spiritually in tune the way that I'm in tune, nigga. Period. Everything that y'all have done so far has backfired, and things that y'all continue to do is only going to continue to backfire. Y'all keep reeling motherfuckers in, and everybody that y'all signing up to help y'all with this dumb shit that y'all trying to pull that is not going to work. Y'all just bringing in more people to the investigation to go to prison, because organized crime is punishable for 25 years to life in prison. And this judge that God is assigning to this case is going to be imposing the maximum sentence. So a whole bunch of motherfuckers getting ready to go spend the rest of their life in prison just because they wanted to take a bribe to go against God's chosen number one. See, before they sign y'all up for this dummy mission, they don't tell y'all, oh, it's going to be karma behind it. You're going to get some karma. And we already seen people experiencing the karma. But they don't know for sure that they under investigation. But it's getting ready to be known worldwide. They getting ready to know, and the whole world getting ready to know. So I'm letting y'all know I'm for fucking show. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not sparing none of you niggas. I am recording at all times, my nigga. Period. And it just is what it is. It just is what it is. And y'all are going down. And I'm recording not only for safety reasons. I'm recording because I am building up a case. I'm building up my own evidence. So on top of what the U.S. Marshals, the evidence that they got, I'm going to have an abundance of evidence too that's going to have to be processed to see what all everybody getting charged with and to see how much time everybody getting. But majority, most of y'all, everybody that participated in organized crime against me is going to prison for life. Period. It ain't no how much time you facing. Y'all going to prison for the rest of y'all lives. So get ready. Because I'm not the one that y'all want to be fucking playing with. Bitch, I'm very spiritually gifted. I got every gift known to mankind and every gift that y'all don't motherfucking know. Bitch, I'm the number one soldier. So don't play with me. Y'all like and subscribe to the channel, okay? Because I'm going to keep exposing these motherfuckers and keep revealing the truth. It's a whole lot of corruption going on, and we're going to get to the bottom of it.